with confidence. They certainly did that from minute one. I thought they were outstanding. Defence, midfield and attack. And look what it means to that man on the pitch there. I think the goalkeeper, Pope, as well, had an extraordinary game. And that's exactly what you want. You want, when you come into a final like this, to everyone to give it their all, have the tactics spot on. I thought they did that. And, you know, a lot of people talk about Liverpool and all this, but I think it was all about Newcastle today. They showed exactly why they're in this final. Absolutely out.
Guimaraes is very lucky. And that's the only thing that I will say that they did badly in that game. You cannot, at 2-0 up, being the captain of the team, trying to do a turn on the counter when you just have to let the ball off and go on the counter. Having said that, they've been magnificent, including Bruno Guimaraes, including Dan Burn, everybody. They were by far better than Liverpool in every aspect of the game. I was just feeling for Guimaraes, this is why I started like that. We were at the end of the tunnel and I'm like, why would you give Liverpool hope? Everything was on point. And I'm sure he must have thought about it in the last 2 to 3 minutes, but listen, they were by far superior than Liverpool, a team that has been dominating the league. Today they didn't look like that, and well done Newcastle, well done.
Hey, go on, Micah.
Big Dan Burn, we talked about him before. He got his England call-up and he was colossus at the back today. Everything he touched was just magnificent. And obviously we spoke to him when we was at St James's Park about what it means to him to play for Newcastle, and you can just see it. Even at half-time, me and Thierry was having a bit of a laughing joke. He looked up to his Newcastle fans, which might have been his family.
Family,
friends, whatever.
Control the game. So Paris Saint-Germain outplayed, for me, the game, even when they were not in possession, as we mentioned. But every team have weaknesses. I've been saying for a long time, the best right wing are very weak, because I don't think they do defend well as a unit, not only the right back, the winger also. You have to defend way better, and we will see it on the second goal. Gravenberch cannot all the time cover for everybody. And Newcastle knew that. They know that it's a weak point for Liverpool when they're not on the ball, and they exploit it.
You know, it's not that long ago that they had 4 trophies that they could potentially win this season, and we were thinking with this team that would go ahead and win multiple trophies this season. We're now down to 1, which, yes, we're pretty sure they will go ahead and win in the Premier League, but it has to be crushing to these players to think that maybe at the beginning of the week they thought they were still in for 3.
Yeah, I mean, the FA Cup, they went out, they changed, they rotated the team a lot. Against PSG, maybe they didn't expect it, but we, before the game was called, we said it was probably a 50-50 game. I think today we expected a better Liverpool, but it was about Newcastle. Newcastle are a good side. I think they'll be disappointed today. Obviously, they want to get the double, but I think they've done really well this season. Don't forget, it's Slot's first season as well. And if he takes on the Premier League, yes, he'll be disappointed, but it'll still be a good season for them.
What I would say is, let's not get carried away. It's not everybody that does a double or a treble. It doesn't happen often. They still dominated the league like I wouldn't say like no other team, because we've seen it a bit before with Man City and maybe my team back in the days. And United, let's not also kill what they've done just because of tonight. We have to talk about tonight, right? But the season is not dead. I mean, what they've been doing in the league is outstanding, and they've been performing like no other. So let's give them credit for that. But tonight, in that competition, they were, you know, not good. Newcastle controlled the game, like we said earlier, and let's not also kill Liverpool just because they should have won 4, maybe 3, or maybe 2. They're about to win the league or implode, which I don't see that coming.
Well, we're watching these images of Liverpool go up for their runners-up. But Liverpool players, that has to be hard, right? The last thing anybody ever wants is the runners-up medal.
Yeah, of course. It's obviously not a nice moment. I mean, the way they approached the game today, they probably thought the win they was probably favourites. And it's never nice being second best their season. Yes, they would have liked to win it today, but you know, they've got a league to think about. Again, the team that's won the Champions League, won the league. Okay, they didn't win today, but they still had a very good season.
Do you think it makes it more special for Newcastle United winning this way against this Liverpool side? They were underdogs in this one. We talked about the Manchester United final a couple of years ago, where I think people thought it was they had a fair chance at winning that. Coming into this one, they were underdogs.
Yeah, they were underdogs as well. We mentioned before the lineups. No Gordon, who was suspended, is one of their key players. Lewis Hall as well, who has been outstanding from all season. I thought Livramento at left back filling in for Hall was outstanding. And I think Thierry mentioned it before the game with Barnes and Gordon. Yes, Gordon's probably got a little bit more quality, but what he do have is someone who can play on the break and work hard. And look at that moment from Dan. And this is the moments you dream of. Support
against Arsenal the round before, the way they play, the energy that they have, the battle for everything. I mean, but Dan Burn. We never talked about. We talked about Gordon before.
Into European competition next season. A place in the UEFA Conference League that Newcastle will hope to very politely finish, and a passport back to the Champions League, where we saw them on Paramount Plus last season after 10 seasons out of European competition. Well, somebody had some foresight, Rob Green. It's always a little bit dangerous to have triumphal shirts printed in advance.
Well, you've got to come in with full of expectation and full of hope, and the expectation was that Newcastle were the underdogs, and they were up against it today with the players that they have been missing. But the way that they got here as well, beating Arsenal before that, coming into this game, it's not for the first time that they've been underdogs. They came in with a game plan and they executed it to perfection.
The celebrations in Newcastle may just have died down before they play again against Brentford on April, Budapest, Hungary, in a European competition that hasn't even existed for 50 years or more. This achievement will feel very different. A Wembley Cup final won in front of probably 40,000 of their fans, and many, many more watching live on network television here in England and around the world. No, it's this time. This is the... Dunburn incidentally has won the Player of the Match award. He's going to be first up the steps. The captain comes last. What a story. One or two for whom Newcastle have been the only team. Jacob Murphy. Among the substitutes, Joe Willock and Lewis Miley, Sean Longstaff, Sean Neve, all Newcastle United fans from birth. The captain, Bruno Guimaraes, was the first Beaches of Rio, 6,000 miles. By Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II presented it to them. Representative of the sponsors today. A new dawn has arrived at last for Newcastle United. A major trophy is decorated with black and white ribbons. The end of a long wait to see this. The first major trophy to head to Tyneside since the swinging 60s. All the lads and lasses there, all with smiling faces. I'll let Ray Hudson sing the rest. You wouldn't want to be around him tonight. But Rob Green, a final word from you. You'll have played at Newcastle many, many times. They've always claimed to be...
There's nowhere like being up on that steps right now, receiving a trophy. It's a unique moment for Newcastle United. It's one that they've waited for so long. Boy, they've earned it. Boy, are they going to enjoy it.
Right now, that long wait feels worthwhile. Newcastle United, major winners.
we watch these scenes of Newcastle continuing to lift their trophy and enjoy their moment, is it a team you feel happy for in ways, Micah?
Yeah, I mean, I feel happy because Liverpool have had a chance to win a lot of trophies over the last couple of years, and sometimes the lesser clubs, obviously it's still a massive club, but I think what Eddie Howe's done has been absolutely outstanding.
Is your friend Alan Shearer going to come and visit us later on at the show?
We need to get him to the desk, don't we?
We do.
We need to get him to the desk. Shearer. But I mean, I'm just reminiscing of the first time I got my first trophy, and that was the FA Cup. And you have sleepless nights, and you go in, and as a defender, and Thierry will talk about maybe him as a striker, but you just don't want to make a mistake. You want to make sure you get the first header, the first pass correct, and then grow into the game. And that's exactly what they did today. You know, for the people like Trippier, he's won the league in Spain. He's played a lot for his country, but for someone like Dan Burn, who was wrote off, said he's not good enough for a left back, said he's not good enough at centre back. He's proven everybody wrong tonight that work hard, good attitude, it can get you to where you need to go. And I'm just delighted for people like this who have never had the opportunity to win something.
Well, we're going to do a full post-game from here, pitchside in Wembley, so we'll continue to enjoy these scenes. We are going to go to a very short break. We'll be right back with you live from Wembley Stadium in just a minute.
highlights. Well done, Joe. Well deserved. Yeah. Well done. Good, good.